Hey, Drue James here, and I'm playing In the Hall of the Mountain King, which is possibly the best title for a song anyone has ever written. And this is another classical tutorial. So I was watching a social network about a year ago, and this classical piece of music was used in the rowing scene, where the Winklevoss brothers are rowing, and Trent Reznor had done this electronic version of it. If you haven't heard it, it's really, really good. I'll leave a link in the video right now so you can have a listen to it. And I've had it on my to-do list for ages to do this as a classical guitar lesson. And I've got together a piece of tab. I have actually found this tab somewhere, but I've also made a couple of corrections to it myself to make it a little more friendly for one guitar only. So there will be a link to the tab. You'll be able to get that over at the student area of the website. Without further ado, we're going to learn how to play it. It is going to be obviously all fingerstyle, but it's going to have a little bit of a twist in it. Let's have a look. Now, hopefully you've got the tab to follow along, because it really will make the lesson that little bit easier to understand, because there's going to be quite a bit we've got to go through. Once again, I said that the tab is available for free by joining the student area of my website. I've included a link in video description. Right, to play this song, we've got to change the tuning of just one string. And it's actually quite an easy one to do if you're new to changing your tuning of strings rather than being in standard E, A, D, G, B, E. We just need to change the thickest string, and we need to loosen it so that it is in the key of D. Now, you could use an electronic tuner and just make sure that the tuner says you've got a green light and it says D without a sharp symbol or a hash symbol next to it. I'm going to be showing you a way of doing it by ear as well, because I think that that's better for your musicianship skills and listening. So this note here, the third string down, is a D. And if we play this note, they sound at the moment different. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this string until they start to sound the same. Now on my guitar, that's about just under half a turn on the tuning peg. On yours it might be a bit more. And then they should sound what's called in unison together. Okay, does this sound the same? Sounds weird, doesn't it? So use your ears when tuning. It's eventually faster than using apps and tuners. So there we go, that's all we need to do, and now we can get started with the song. Okay, so our system are talking about the strings. Eddie 8, dynamite, goodbye Eddie, E, A, D, G, B, E. Fingers on this hand, we have, I'll do it with this camera, we've got thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. And on this hand, we'll use, well, it's going to be the same thing, middle, ring, pinky, etc. But hopefully there won't be any too much confliction. So, this is how we're starting off the song. Now, normally I talk a lot about the finger picking rule. And the finger picking rule is that the thumb plays the top three strings, index finger plays the G, middle finger plays the B, ring finger plays the E. Now, while we are going to be sticking to that rule, there's many parts in this song that we just have to break that rule. So I'm going to be telling you the fingers to use the first time round. In any repeats, I'm going to be expecting you to know that, okay? So I won't be telling you how to do that every time. So we're starting off thumb and index pinching those two strings, those two Ds, like that. And then middle finger on this hand, on the left hand, ready to come down to the second fret on the D string. Okay? We're going to play that with the index finger. Now sometimes normally we'd be using the thumb, but we're going to use the index today. Okay, so just follow me on that. Then, ring finger on the third fret on the D string, pinching thumb and index finger. Thumb on the A, index on the D. So it's middle finger playing the G string, open. Then second fret on the left hand on the G string, pinching, thumb and index returning to its rightful place. So, oops. Then Same time, put your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D string. And you're going to pick that. So far we've got... Then, just lifting up that ring and pinching thumb on the A string and index on the D. That's your first bar of music. Well done so far. Okay, notice I'm using this middle finger for that bit at the end. You can use that as well. To be honest with you, I'm not too strict about the fingers on this hand on this song. The thumb's in charge of the top 3 as normal, but these are moving around quite a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to put that out there. Next, index finger is spare because we've been using nothing but middle and ring on the left hand. So we're going to put that down on the 1st fret on the G string, and we're going to pinch thumb on the thickest string and index finger playing that G. That's your next part. Middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D string. And then thumb's going to play that. So that's a pinch. And then lifting up the middle, putting the thumb on the A string and pinching thumb and index on that one. Okay, then thumb and index on open strings. Index finger on the left hand on the 1st fret on the D string, and then pinching thumb on the A and index on the D. So let's do that whole bar slowly. And let's put the 2 bars together at medium tempo. 3 and 4 and... Okay, I'm using the middle for a lot of duties there, okay? You can do the same. We've then got the same 6 beats, 5 beats as the intro. And then what I want you to do is, with this middle finger as it's left off here, put the ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D string and the pinky on the B string. Hopefully you can see that at the same time. So it's making this chord here, okay? Then thumb is going to play D string, then pinching thumb on the A string, index, then middle finger playing that 3. So I'll do that bar again. First 5 hits like the intro. Sorry. There we go. Okay, now, with that index finger that's spare, lift up the pinky, leave the middle and ring where it is, and put the index on the 1st fret on the B string, making an F major 7. Pinching, thumb on the D, middle finger on the 1st fret on the B. Index on the G, thumb on the D by itself, index, middle. Then thumb on the D. So that bar is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, I'll do the bar before joining into that bar. And then into the next part, it's exactly the same as the first. Well, we're repeating the same 4 bars, so it's this is all the same. Okay, so that's quite good to know, isn't it? Once you've got those first 4 bars, you're just repeating after that. Then I'd like you to make an A chord, okay? So that's middle ring and pinky finger on the 2nd fret on the D, G and B string, okay? And I'd like you to pinch thumb and index. Index is, thumb is on the A string, index on the G. Then lift up that pinky finger to start with and play that open. Then put it back and bring your thumb on the D string and middle finger on the B string. So it's... Then stretch the pinky finger out, play that 3 by itself. Then pinching, thumb on the A, ring on the E, 2 open strings. Then bring the pinky back, play that 2, and then pinch, thumb on the D and ring. Okay? The reason why we base it around an A chord is so that everything is ringing, rather than everything being sort of short. Okay, next part. So we're just going away from the A briefly. We're going to put our index finger on the 1st fret on the B string and our middle finger on the 2nd fret on the B string. Index finger, sorry, on the E string, middle finger on the B. Pinching, thumb on the A and ring finger. Then middle playing that 2 on the B. And then bringing the ring over to the 3rd fret on the D string, pinching, thumb on there and ring finger on the 1. So it's... Then go back to A, pinch, thumb on the A string and ring finger on the open, then middle finger, and then thumb on the D and ring. Good, and we're about to repeat that, so that's nice and easy. I'll take it from the beginning of the A. Then repeat. Repeat. Thanks so much for watching this lesson. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't gone and got the tab already, all it takes is a name and email address to sign up for free to the student area of the Learn Guitar in London website. I've included a link in the video description, and there's also a link above in the video now that you can click to go and get the tab, and then you can start playing along. Part 2 of this video will be released at the end of this week, so please look out for that. And as ever, keep on playing. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.